that before, this bowl had edges that went like that. Does that make sense? So we're going to trim out everything between my finger and what's missing now. It also had a flat bottom. Everybody with me? Okay, so that is this now. So everybody kind of see it? And then the inside is round, yeah? Okay. So our first thing we need to figure out is how thick is the bowl on the bottom. So I'm going to feel the thickness. I cannot just feel it with one hand. I actually have to feel it with two hands. This is a connection, mind-body connection, left and right, brain, yeah? Okay. So I think that that's about that thick. I'll pass this around for y'all to feel it too. The next thing we want to do, so imagine this is flat. So the part I was feeling was up here, right? Is everybody with me on that? The part I feel in here, it's like this is flat, so it's like up here. Yeah? Okay. The next thing I want to feel is where does the side meet the bottom? So I'm feeling on the inside. I want to know where on the inside does the side of the bowl meet the bottom of the bowl. Like, it's round, so it's not going to be decisive. It's not like a cylinder where it's like, I know that there's an edge and there's a bottom, clear. But this is a little more subjective. Like, where does it change from edge to bottom? Okay. So what that's trying to figure out is where we're going to put the edge of the foot. How wide we want the foot. That's what it's determining. So if I feel on here, I feel, okay, I'm feeling over. I feel like the edge changes to the bottom about right here. This is an aesthetic decision also, and a use decision. So if you have a bowl, and you trim it out to be so teeny tiny little foot, it's going to be a very tippy. If you have a bowl that's it has a wider foot, it will be less tippy. But a bowl that has too wide of a foot doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. And so it's a game. You have to figure out how to play. Does that make sense? So what I try to do, the way I determine that for myself, is I feel on the inside, where does it change from bottom to side, and it's about right here. I'm just translating my fingers straight through. My finger's actually touching a place. I think it's right here. Does that make sense? I don't visually ever look though. I just feel it in there. It's a feeling, like, okay, right there. And then I translate it to the top. Just by feeling through, imagining, okay? Great. And so that's determining where the edge of the foot, the outside edge. Then we also need to determine what my goal is that my outside is going to match my inside. I want my inside curve and my outside curve to be the same. So that if I feel from the top to the bottom, it's the same thickness all the way down, or very close. So when I feel this, I feel like my goal is to feel from the top down to the bottom of my curve on the inside and figure out where it starts to get thicker. And I think it starts to get thicker right there. About right there, maybe a little higher. Okay? So I know it gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker as it gets towards this point. Does that make sense to everybody? Because the curve goes like that. Is everybody good? Okay, so I'm going to pass this bowl around, and I want you to feel the thickness of the bottom. I want you to feel where the edge changes to the bottom, and I want you to feel where it starts to get thicker. And if you're holding this bowl, I'm never holding it like this, ever. I'm always holding it like this. My hand is in the center, and that's why I can hold it with one hand. Yeah?